Do you guys ever accidentally go too long without going to a pawn shop and just start to feel itchy? So I've been hearing some very interesting whispers in the Discord that pawn shops right now are getting loaded down with new inventory, which is music to my ears because we are at this point sort of on the front end, but probably when this video is posted, probably smack dab in the middle of Q4, which means I am definitely looking to load up on as much video game and DVD and Blu-ray and electronics inventory as I possibly can. So Pooh and I are about to get our hustle on today, head out to the pawn shops and see what kind of stuff we can pick up on our regular little in-town route here to sell for profit on eBay and Amazon. This is actually my favorite time of the year to be sourcing pawn shops because not only are prices for me going up and up as we get closer to the holidays, but pawn shops tend to be pretty slow this time of year, so it's the best time to actually get some solid bulk deals, and especially if they're starting to get a lot more new inbound inventory in, I really like my odds for coming away with a decent amount of stuff today. So let's cross our fingers and head out to go get some honey. First stop, here we go. All right, did pretty well in that first stop, so let me show you guys what I got. All right, folks, we're starting the day off pretty strong with some solid finds in that Dan's discount there. Started off with a few PS3 games here. We've got Little Big Planet 3, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, Spec Ops The Line, and Ultimate Stealth Triple Pack. I think 2 of those are complete, 2 are missing manuals. I paid $2.50 a piece, and they should be a profit of around $5 a piece. Also got these 4 Xbox One games, a couple copies of Minecraft, this Sega Genesis collection. These will all at least be a double up, and the biggest winner was Far Cry Deluxe Edition. I've said this before, but look out for deluxe and special edition games. I think the lowest copy on Amazon was like $40 or $39 for this game. So that was definitely the best game find. I also picked up this The Legend Dawns, some sort of like a UFC or something DVD. All of their DVDs were 25 cents, so they're definitely on clearance mode. This one is a really slow seller, but the lowest copy also was like 40 bucks, so I figured it was worth the risk. And then the last one was $3 Fantastic Mr. Fox, which should get me like $5 in profit or so. And then finally, I asked them, this was not out on the floor, but I asked them when I went back there if they had any other consoles, and he pulled this guy out. This actually was the second model of SNES, and it's a little bit more rare, so they go for a bit more money. I paid $30, and I think I should be able to get $100 after fees on Amazon. So really solid first stop, and let's keep this momentum going. Pawn shop number 2, what will we find? Well, folks, I just struck out at pawn shop number 2, but will we be able to have better luck at our second Dan's discount of the day? Yo, crazy NES score at this pawn shop. Can't wait to show you guys what I picked up. All right, so I couldn't film anything in there because they had this massive party speaker going on the whole time with a bunch of copyrighted music, but this place does usually negotiate with me some. That's one tip, obviously. Always try to negotiate at pawn shops. They gave me a little bit. I ended up being like 20% off. Not as much as some places, but still decent. And I was just kind of poking around the game section, seeing a lot of normal stuff, and I happened to spot some stacks of NES games, which definitely normally are not there. They normally have like maybe one or two. I asked her how much they were. I tried to get them for a couple bucks a piece like the other like older games. She said 5, but if I bought like 10 or more, then I could get them for 4 a piece. And so I picked up this nice stack of NES games. Granted, they're kind of dirty, but at 4 bucks a piece, this was a really good deal, folks. Didn't have any like consoles or handhelds or anything there, but check out the games that I got. Friday the 13th, starting off. Got Punch-Out, not Mike Tyson version. This one's probably in the worst shape. It's got writing on the front and back, but that's still probably like a $15 or $18 game after fees. Got Kid Icarus, which will clean up fairly nicely. Kirby's Adventure, which is like a $20 game after fees. The original Popeye, which is a slower seller, but also in that same like $15 to $20 range. Then get this, 2 copies of Legend of Zelda, 1 gold cart and 1 regular. I was really happy to see those at 4 bucks a piece. You cannot beat that deal. And then last but not least, Ninja Gaiden 2. Oh, that actually wasn't last. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was the other one. That's another solid like $20+ game, I'd say. I ended up spending a total of 40 bucks. Also bought this copy of Minecraft for $2, which was a solid deal as well. So after spending those $40, I am very confident that our profit on this stop will be over $100, which I'm thrilled about. And especially to find cool NES games like this, that just does not happen every day. So this is one pawn shop that I pretty much never stop in because I've been in a couple times and they didn't have almost any video games. I'm gonna hop in there again today and just see if that's still the case because it's been probably 6 months. All right, well, still no video games here at Quality Pawn, but I did get a good deal on a quality drill, so I'll take that. Alrighty, here we are at stop number 4. Historically, haven't had a ton of luck at this location, but we will see. So check this out, folks. Just walked into this pawn shop, and what do I find but a whole bunch of sealed Wii games. Kind of crazy. I already scanned through all of them, and as it turns out, these 3 are actually worth it. They don't sell super fast, but the lowest FBA listings in new condition are all like 30 plus, and this one's like 40. So I have no idea if they'll actually sell for that, but I'm guessing they'll be pretty cheap, so I guess it's worth the risk. All right, folks, well, this day is just full of surprises. First, some dusty old NES games, and now some sealed Wii games. This is a little bit wild. The only other game besides those I ended up picking up was Acme Arsenal on the 360. These games I picked up for 2 bucks a piece. Their sales ranks were, I think one of them was in the 20s. I think that was the My Fitness Coach, and this will go for around like 15 or 17 after fees, I think, in new condition. These other 2 were like in the 40s for like, whether it's new or used condition. They sell maybe like once a month or so, but because it's so uncommon to find them sealed, I think I should be able to get between like 25 and 35 bucks a piece for these after fees. So even though they will take a little bit longer to sell, I'm willing to take that $2 risk and just kind of cross my fingers. That's something that I do sometimes just to continue educating myself and getting a better feel for the niche. I'm posted up right now outside the 5th and final stop of the day, Top Dollar Pawn. I like the guys in here. Their selection isn't the best, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to end the day with a decent find or 2, but let's head in and check it out. Well, alas, the last stop of the day was indeed a strikeout, but I'm gonna head home and lay everything out and calculate what exactly we're gonna make on this stuff. All right, folks, I am back home now. I've got everything laid out and tallied up here. Before I give you guys the big reveal of the profit, wanted to ask my burning question of the day, which is a little bit of a contentious one. What are your thoughts on pawn shops? I know a lot of people are kind of uncomfortable, a little bit leery of them, maybe don't completely trust them. I personally love sourcing pawn shops, as you guys can see from this video, but I would love to hear your thoughts. As far as everything that we bought today goes, this is the haul. I spent $126 on everything that you see here, and the total value of everything is $484, which brings our gross profit, not factoring in like taxes and gas and stuff like that, of the day to $358, which is not bad for me. It's not a banner day, but at the same time, I would say that the pawn shops in my area are not quite as fully stocked as I know they are in some other people's areas. I would still definitely encourage all of you guys to get on out to yours and let me know what their inventory situation is looking like and if you're able to score some solid deals. But nonetheless, this is definitely a better haul than I would have been able to get for most of the last 8 months. They've been pretty depleted, so I'm definitely glad that they are on the rise as far as inventory and selection goes. Thanks so much for watching, gang, and I will catch you guys on the flip.